Hey guys, quick video. Before I began, probably about 12 minutes ago, shots were fired at the White House. I hope nobody's been hurt other than whatever scumbag did it. This one was actually probably an organic one because I believe a peace deal was most likely reached unless a certain other country gets in the way that doesn't want such things. So, hopefully no one was hurt other than the person doing the attack. From the audio, it sounded like 6 AK or SKS shots to me before return fire. Probably, 18, 25-ish or so shots fired would be my guess from just the small clip I heard. Okay, so I just wanted to do a quick one on the DOD's release of the second batch of videos yesterday. There's a guy who has seen my jellyfish interaction with a white spirit that flies by, and a council of multiple aligned vertical entities watching in judgment. The most mind-blowing video to show humanity for disclosure. His name is Billy Kryzak, Pixel Pro. Something is a company. Find him on X. I'm OG Dan the Wolfman. It's Pixel Pro Plus, or at his name at Billy Kryzak. He did like a 13.5-minute compilation to just watch that. I haven't gone through the individual videos, but I watched all the way through just to kind of see what I could see and what it relates to, the things I see literally every day. I'm kind of peed off because I still don't know if all these guys are NHI or if that's PsyOp using advanced nanotechnology and these things that might fit together using electromagnetic and microwave technology to be able to move them with AI controlling it. Because that's totally actually plausible. Anyway, things I saw in those videos. There was at least, I think, 3 that looked like they were similar to my jellyfish. Of course, my jellyfish is much closer, and you can tell it's organic and not just something on FLIR cameras from way far off. Like I said, my stuff's been kicked up. Perhaps it's been kicked up to the same people messing with me. I don't know. Hopefully it's another department. But it did look like the stuff I've been seeing, including my jellyfish, looks like at least a few of those videos that look like a jellyfish to me, an air jellyfish, just like a cartoon from back in the day. Isn't that interesting? So it would be great if people that have doubted me or unsubscribed, or even family members that started thinking I was crazy, didn't bother to listen and actually open their ears when God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth. Maybe they should go, And all of you, I've been giving you a little bit of heads up on the main channel for a year. I know it was more about martial arts and pew pew 2A rights, but it seemed like the right thing to do was occasionally drop a little bit of heads up to y'all. How about a thanks and a comment down below? Of course, everything was put on, almost everything was put on UAPs and Anomalies, a secondary channel I renamed that I know only pretty much was getting watched by probably government agencies, UAPs and Anomalies, okay? He had a video in that compilation right at the 2-minute mark. That looks like the first, what I consider a being or first contact that seemingly got probably out of a Tic Tac and came over a building directly across from federal property I was protecting to go, hey, you can see us. You can see me. What's going on, to investigate me. I didn't see it. I was talking to the other witness that was waiting for a bus at the time, but it looked like my Slinky. So at the 2-minute mark there, you will go back to my Slinky video, and it looks kind of like my Slinky video, and my video closer of Slinky to me looked like some kind of 5D or higher dimensional or next level up thing trying to fit into our world, or maybe just outside our wavelength or whatever it is. Okay, so now we see things that I've shared and I've reported, and that just came directly from DOD cameras, of course, far away. My stuff's up close. My stuff was considered deemed credible and kicked up to DOD, is what I heard. Whether it's DOD and Oak Ridge Aerospace, on the other hand, kind of messing with me with what's real and what's not, man, because that's what they do. Maybe now things I thought would back off a little bit to let me just interact with the real deal, and hopefully they don't come after me again because, well, I am a pretty damn viable asset, probably one that should be making millions with one of these aerospace companies, so they don't have to kidnap people to try and make them psionically attached, and I can just be like, hey, can you turn left? Can you lower your elevation? So yeah, maybe LM or one of those will reach out. In fact, someone working for one of the other ones with 3 letters when he traded their stock, it got renamed a little while ago, reached out to ask me a ballistics question about copper bullets, and I'm like, hey, where do you work? It turns out that's where he works. So maybe he was saying I don't know if that was a low-key threat or watching you, or if it was completely random, you know. But considering someone's asking me about ballistics, and I just got my Glock armor certificate asking me about what copper does if it expands through bone, copper hollow points, and they must do something at one of those big ones that is one of the ones known to work on hologram technology. That was released in a video today by someone formerly employed by PT who might be doing some of the things, but I should be careful. So anyway, some of the things in those DOD videos, some of the things in that compilation you should watch definitely look a lot like what I've reported. And then there's tons of orb videos. Now, maybe 1 or 2 of those may be prosaic. Maybe a couple of those videos thrown in there are misdirection bullshit by the completely corrupt Arrow, and now our Congress is like, oh, now they're good. Yeah, I don't know. So there's some probably BS in there, maybe a weather balloon getting shot in there, I don't know. But the orbs, I have seen Ophanum, biblical angels, or egg-shaped rotations. And again, we have other people talking about recovery of an egg as well, which just look like an egg with 3 rotating rings and a propulsion, creating a propulsion field. And maybe throughout history, those have been kind of, you know, who knows what they're. Real angels, travelers from outside to come look at humanity, future us, who knows. But then there is the itty-bitty light beings, which I've reacted to. And yes, Congress and DOD have seen. I've had actual little light beings that seem really good and really friendly and kind of childlike. And you'll see them on video. They're like, oh, you're not supposed to see me. And they fly away. Well, they did that to me. And they do that on camera, too, even when high technology locks on them. And they're like, oh, shit. And then they do instantaneous acceleration, which, in my opinion, that wasn't a Tic Tac, the one that was released, and then it does instantaneous acceleration. That, to me, looks more like a being or an entity, not a nuts and bolts seamless craft. Everyone wants to use craft, and I only saw maybe the black, possibly octagonal rotating disc, like the one that was reported, by one of the whistleblowers. In Indonesia, maybe that was a craft. The other things I wouldn't exactly describe as craft. Anyway, little bit itty-bitty light beings. 2 weeks and a day ago, I saw 2 orbs. That is actually just a medical helicopter, so I think I'm okay, unless you hear a loud crack. I think that looks like just one of the medical choppers. But the little light beings... 15 days ago, I saw 3 to 6 orbs. So I stopped somewhere I'd never stopped before to get a little view of a river and overlooking, and boom, there was 3 to 6 orbs. Because, they might have left and came back, I'm not sure. It was 3 and then 4, and I got some on video, but not all of them. So failed to hit record. So I got these mid-sized orbs at lower elevation than what the Ophanum bigger egg things are usually at a higher elevation. I think the orbs, and I don't just think it's plasma, and I don't just think that's LM tech, plasma tech, like they seem to be sentient entities. So I assume the little ones are related to the mid-sized ones, and I don't know if those have any relation or not to the Ophanum or the bigger angel egg or egg observatory craft, whatever they are, at higher elevation. I think that kind of covers it. The only thing I saw like a craft was maybe that big black disc. I usually don't see stuff like that. One time here at nighttime, I did see a black disc, big, very large, kind of go in front of the shadow of the moon. I start recording, it realizes I'm recording, and it goes, oh shit, and backs away. And Grok, before Grok was told to not answer me in depth, obviously programmed to not answer me in depth, just superficial, and then ignore me and then stop, to go, it's backing away. Grok also confirmed the tiny little light being sneaking up on me here that was right there, and then right above, barely went over above the roof, and you could tell by relationship of the roof that it was, it started, very low to me, that it was very close to me. And then I've gotten ones on my back porch, within, feet to yards of me. So not everything's bad. But then we got all these NHI things, and I don't know if that's PsyOp tech or it's really NHI trying to make contact with me, and I'm surprised that I haven't gotten more beams than the ones I've relayed on X, with a couple of downloads, one to warn somebody that I didn't know who it was. I woke up and I'm like, I gotta see who this person was. I didn't know it was a popular political commentator type dude, and I'm like, you better get more security, or maybe don't fly to Washington DC if that's where you plan on going, since this guy literally wrote DC to me the day before. A download, and then another one that I saw a young serial killer with 3 young women's bodies wrapped in tarps. Hey man, maybe it's just a dream, maybe not. I did what I could. Woke up and said, yo, FBI, I know you think I'm crazy, but you might want to keep an eye on colleges. So if there's missing college girls anywhere, or anything like this is going on anywhere, this is what this person, white guy, long black hair, skinny white guy, long, young, like 20-year-old, long black hair, like a very skinny young Peter Steele, typo negative type thing. Anyway, I babbled too much, but some of the stuff I've given them has correlated to the DOD stuff. I know I went all over the place. It's because it's my time to get out of here, and I just wanted to kind of put something out there. Again, I hope no one was hurt. I didn't mean to minimize yet another attack. I have questions about certain other ones, but certainly there's large, from easily manipulated peons in chat rooms to easily manipulated by a whole political side of things, to large, powerful factions that don't want peace. So who knows? But I hope no one was hurt other than the shooter. I saw no reports other than little audio clip of the background of a media person. So it's all over the place, but I should be, I feel kind of vindicated. Like, all you people, you're just not paying attention. And anyone that thought I was crazy, that maybe was a good friend I contacted before, kind of left me hanging. Literally, Jellyfish looks like a much farther way of my jellyfish that should change humanity. And the Slinky light being looks like one of the videos at the 2-minute mark. Billy Kryzak. I hope I'm saying his name on Kryzak, something like that. Billy Kryzak, Pixel Pro, put it together. Go look at that, and then maybe go back. Yeah, I kind of ignored Dan's videos. I wasn't going to pay attention to that, and I know I've lost a few subscribers, but I thought it was important to let humanity have a little bit of a heads up, and as we try to figure out what's real, what's not, what's going to be used against us to try and claim even more power and more NWO stuff, and what's actually going to be like real disclosure about stuff, and at the higher level, not craft, but beings and consciousness, and higher raising your consciousness and being a better person to try and attract the higher level beings. Unfortunately, some of the lower level NHI, whether they're fake or whether they're disembodied spirits, come around as well. I got it all clear now, though. I guess maybe they didn't want to see anything on camera. So there you go. Kaboom.